My name is FreakySnow Connect Go, but you can call me Cove. And this is part 4, maybe, I don't know, who cares? Part 4 of our life. Now, if you're wondering, hey, why does your VTuber model look different? Why do you look so small? It's because at this point, we're still playing step 1 of our life. And in step 1 of our life, the character is 8 years old. So I have a VTuber model to match. I was planning on doing this on part 3, but I'm going to be so for real. I forgot. I super forgot. I forget things. I'm forgetful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play like 5 more of these moments, and I'm probably going to try to get through them a little quicker. I don't know. We'll see. I like to talk. And let's go. I think we're going to start with Grown Up. One sweltering summer day, you were in your living room with Cove, listening to the sounds of the birds chattering outside the window while you lay across the rug in the floor. Cove's dad had dropped him off earlier, and your moms had left the two of you along with Lizzie to play amongst yourselves. It had been so hot to go out. That's fine. To go outside in the afternoon, at least according to Mommy. So your sister was starting to get impatient waiting for her golf class that evening. The 3 of you had trouble finding something fun to do. The beach and the playground were off limits, and you felt it was too warm for anything like playing with your fuzzy toy animals. Then suddenly, a light came to Lizzie's big brown eyes, and a smile spread wide across her face, having an idea that gave her a new wave of energy. Since we're stuck inside, we should be adults. They don't play it outdoors anyway. They're always inside and telling everybody they're too busy to play.
Why?
Valid question, why? I mean, I like to play house as a kid, but I'm not sure if that's what she's trying to do here.
Duh.
I said why, and it'll be fun. Duh. What do they do inside that we don't, besides use the phone a lot? Excluding a small huff, Lizzie decides to ignore Cove.
What do you think?
I mean, I'd rather watch TV personally. Like, this is not me just agreeing with Cove. Like, unless we're playing house, I'd rather watch TV. Kaneko, what do you think? What do you want to do? I bet we could come up with something else. I don't want to play that. But that's what I'm going to do. And it's not as fun as when I play pretend adults by myself. Do you do that a lot? What's it to you? Looking at Lizzie, it seemed Cove felt he could understand where she was coming from. And he sighed. Do you really not want to play? It was clear he wanted some way out, but still felt guilty about it. I would feel bad forcing this little boy to play with my irritating ass sister. I'll try it, but that sounds boring. It's not going to be. I guarantee. Lizzie seemed more determined than ever, and you could only sigh. Satisfied that neither of you were about to bail on her, Lizzie thought over her options while you watched. I'm not sure in this scenario I ever could get Cove to not play with her and we could play by ourselves without Lizzie. But that's kind of mean anyway. I'm not going to do that. But I've never gotten an outcome like that. After a few seconds, she clapped her hands together and beamed, apparently having settled on something without asking either of you.
Okay.
I'm going to be a professional golfer. Kaneko, you and Cove can be a beach volleyball player, a gymnast, or a tennis player. Why do I have to be some of those lame things? I don't want to play sports. Ugh. Sports. I don't like sports. I don't want to do that. Why can't we pick anything we want? Because I have a fun idea. That's why. And we have to play sports as adults? Yep. But there's other kinds of sports too.
Right?
It isn't the same. What do you think, Kaneko? Don't those choices sound super cool? You want to be that, huh? No. When I was a kid, I really, really wanted to play the piano. Never learned. Fun. Isn't there anything else we can be? Lizzie stumped a foot on the ground. Nope. Come on. Just decide already. Knowing Lizzie wouldn't let go of this anytime soon, you sighed. Cove wasn't impressed by Cove was not impressed by Lizzie's attitude, though he didn't bother talking about it for now. He got over the list of possibilities. Beach volleyball, gymnastics, or tennis. I wanted to do ballet at one point. I guess I'll just settle for gymnastics. Out of all of them, you prefer to play... Sure, I don't give a shit. If you couldn't spend the afternoon doing cartwheels and handstands in the backyard, you might as well practice something inside. There wouldn't be as much space as there was outside, but you can still try. I actually tried to do a cartwheel as a kid. Could not do it. No balance, not flexible. And I still have no balance and I'm not flexible, so shit. Yeah, that was clearly the top option. I want to be a gymnast.
Alright!
How about you, Cove? I'll be a gymnast with Koneko. Lizzie threw her hands in the air, making a noise sound. You guys can't be the same thing. That's not how it works. You didn't say that. The rule was picking from the list. You can't keep adding more. Lizzie looked at the two of you, then shook her head, resigned to losing this battle, but not the war. Fine, you're both gymnasts, but you're on the same team because there's only one. How does that, you know what? Actually, she's a really annoying ass little girl, but her little sunflower dress is so cute. Oh, look at her little seashell earring. The Olympic team. What? We're Olympic athletes who just completed the Olympics. She's doing the most boring kind of imagination where she's just saying what happens instead of us actually playing what's happening. Cove didn't seem all that impressed with the announcement. He made a face and adjusted his glasses on them. Like, I used to run some fucking imaginary games. Like, Ghetto House was fun as shit. Like, Ghetto House was the funnest shit because I used to just watch TV all the time. And then I would just see these, like, stupid ass scenarios from, like, movies I shouldn't have saw, along with a little mix of Lifetime movies I should not have saw, and so on and so forth. And would just make the most whack ass game of house there was. Like, just shit kids should not be saying and repeating, and I would have other kids play. And it was always so funny. That's childhood memories right there. Ghetto House, good stuff. I was a so negligent mother. Everything was hilarious. Love that. Oh my god. Why did I tell that? Cove didn't seem all that impressed with the announcement. He made a face and adjusted the glasses on his nose. That's really specific.
Rude.
That's what makes it fun. Anyway, I won all the gold medals, and people are calling me the next Mickey Wright. Who's that? Lizzie stopped on the spot and turned on him, her brown eyes shining with impatience. It doesn't matter if you know who she is. It's a golf thing. You guys win medals too. Your team plays silver. It's more real if we're not all first place. Silver sucks. I don't want silver. I would throw a whole tantrum over this. I would fucking tell my mom and shit. You folded your arms across your chest, staring Lizzie down. Me neither. You nodded at Cove, happy he had your back.
Sorry.
That's what people lose the Olympics. Them's the breaks. Sorry, this is so unrelated, but I had just a mini debacle with a friend, and I was like, well, them's the breaks. And he said, what's that? You just made that up. I'd never heard of that in my life. And it's like, it's a real thing. And I gotta take a picture because of this, because It is, in fact, the actual fucking expression. And then he's gonna be like, whoa, you just got it from a game. It's still not a thing, even though Google is readily accessible. Man. Actually, I didn't even need to record that. I could have just like clipped this and sent it to. Who cares? That's more editing for me. Then you're the one who did, not me. Lizzie looks taken aback by Cove's declaration, as though the thought of her losing was completely absurd. No way! It wouldn't make sense! I'm already practicing my golf game! She took a golfing stance to make her point, pretending to swing her club and hit an invisible wall. So what kind of house do you want to live in? Cove hadn't changed his mind about winning, but thinking about where he lived as an adult appealed to him. Apparently he looked back at Lizzie with some of the anger fading. I'm going to live on the beach. Lizzie made a face at him, poking out her tongue. That's kind of boring. We already have that. No, not like the normal houses here with a street. On it. Right on the sand, by the water. Aw, so cute. Just like that, all the tension was back. You hadn't even had a chance to choose where you wanted to live. That's not fun, very fun or smart, Cove. You can't live on a bunch of sand and shells. But I want to, and I will. Cove narrowed his eyes at Lizzie, even though she stood half a head taller than him. This is some little kid shit. Like, there's always this one little kid who likes to control stuff and get away with everything. And adults don't be regulating this shit, so it always becomes something like this. It always becomes a thing. You didn't give out a list of things to pick from this time, so I'm picking that. Why are we even playing pretend if we can't imagine anything? Right? Like, we're not even imagining stuff. We're not even playing the scenario out. We're just talking, deadass.
Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna live in a mansion far away from here, and far away from you. One with an indoor pool and a place of One with an indoor pool and a place to practice my award-winning golfing. How come you were yelling about mine when your idea is even more impossible? Lizzie's face flushed red, her hands balling into fists at her sides. It is not impossible, and it's better than yours. Disagreements always cropped up when the two of them were together, and you always felt like you were stuck in the middle. Okay, so Lizzie's the type of kid that likes to control everything and get everything her way. She's older, and she's always gotten away with it, because she has, Shiloh, who just goes along with anything and has no ideas of his own. And he has, my character, who's younger than her, so any input she has will just get ignored anyway, because Lizzie's older, and Lizzie's not gonna, acknowledge with anything she says anyway. So it creates this little monster right here. And then Cove is an only child. And the only child isn't going to put up with some bullshit like this, because he's never had to compromise on the stuff he wanted to do, because he don't have any siblings to argue with. He can just do whatever the heck he wants. Not to mention, he's just stubborn in general. If he's not going to do anything he doesn't want to do for the most part, save a few specific scenarios. Disagreements always seemed to crop up when the two of them were together, and you felt like you were stuck in the middle. But when it came to the topic at hand this time, you thought, you didn't engage with their bickering and instead dreamed up your own. You didn't engage with their bickering and instead dreamed up your own dream house. And you weren't going to share your idea with them either. You already knew it was a good one. You can swim whenever you want if you live on the beach. We can still swim anytime we want if from where we live now. Being a little closer doesn't mean anything, says you. The two of them scowled at each other. You're being so unreasonable. I don't get what you want. This game doesn't make sense. It does. You have to be realistic. I said that. But you're not. I want to go back and see something real quick. Cove's idea is good. You shouldn't say yours is the only right one. No one asked for your opinion. Somehow you agreeing with him made Cove look nervous. He tried to ignore it by continuing his debate. Oh, you know, it kind of just stays the same except you're just slightly backing him up. Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter anyway then. Alright. You're being so unreasonable. I don't get what you want. This game doesn't make sense. It does. You have to be realistic. I said that. But you're not. You have no idea what to do to make him stop at this point. It seemed like the two of them would just keep working each other up as long as they could. Nothing you said so far had kept them from being mad. Thankfully, like a greeting card angel, Mom walked into the room. Lizzie rushed to her, hanging on the hem of her skirt and poking her tongue out at Cove. And Mom didn't notice that, I guess. Lizzie, Koneko, it's time to get ready to go.
You alright with that?
Sorry you have to leave already, Cove. Their mommy says she'll walk you home so you won't be left in the cold. Cold, it's hot as fuck outside. Cove was still glaring at Lizzie. His face was flushed red with anger. I can go by myself. But...
Bye.
Bye, Koneko. There was a harsh edge to the brief farewell, but you knew it wasn't you he was mad at. Without giving Mom a chance to stop him, Cove stood up and stalked out the room, shoulders drawn tight.
Huh?
Okay. Worried, Mom turned to look down at you and Lizzie. You two were playing nice with our new friend, weren't you? No! No! Lizzie and Cove kept yelling at each other. They wouldn't stop fighting about everything. Yeah, I was a snitch as a kid, so what? Your sister's jaw dropped, looking betrayed, as Mom put both her hands on her hips. Elizabeth! I told you to be kind to him. He's having a hard time right now. Lizzie's mouth closed back up, replaced by a tiny frown. I know. I tried, but he was...
That's enough.
No buts. We both know you can show someone a great time when you put your mind to it. We're gonna apologize to Cove and his dad over the phone when he gets home from work tonight. What the fuck? This little boy's just at home by himself. Oh my god. Oh my god. God, I don't like that. Oh, I so don't like that. Actually, let me adjust. Cause I gotta adjust it because she's littler. I didn't even think about that. No, but now I'm cutting into the box. Hold on. Technical difficulties, y'all. And then I'm gonna have to fix that when I turn back to normal. Ah, shit, I don't give shit. Alright. Lizzie hung her head, dragging a foot across the ground in front of her. Okay, Mom. Good girl. You got pieces of Lizzie's sulking to herself about how it was his fault too, but it was over. Ah, right. We better get a move on.
Let's go.
Let's go, kids. Nolani! Where did you leave the car keys? Alright. Mom hustled you all out the door, and you noticed during the car ride to the golf practice, Lizzie was quieter than usual. She was usually the first to request which music to listen to in the car, but she didn't say anything. Your parents noticed she wasn't in the mood to be bothered. They gave her space, and Mommy just asked you what you would like to listen to. You chose a song that you knew Lizzie would like. Maybe that would cheer her up. You chose a soundtrack to a cool movie you saw a couple months ago. You picked your favorite song. I'm picking my favorite song. Fuck that. I had a lot of favorite songs as a kid. No one getting away with what I'm feeling. I used to think that I wasn't fine enough, or used to think that I wasn't wild enough, but I won't waste my time trying to figure out. Why you playing games? What's this all about? And I can't believe you're hurting me. Let me stop. Okay. Eventually, Lizzie came around and started singing along with you. You both knew all the words, and your mom even sang along too. When the car ride was over, you spent the twilight hour watching Lizzie hit things with other girls her age. You didn't know much about golf, but you could tell she really liked it, so you sat with your mom to try to puzzle it out. It was nice sitting outside after being cooped up in the house all day, and you stretched out your legs to let the last few minutes of sun warm your skin. I feel like, if the kid's cool with coming and watching her sister do her activity without nothing to do, then it's fine. But I feel like this is not something you need to bring the other child for each and every time. It feels kind of lonely. But who knows? I'm not a parent. Also, look at the little fancy smashy golf course country club thing. When the sun was finally out of sight, dipping behind the horizon, you all got ready to leave. Instead of going straight home, your mom took the family out to dinner. You went to a restaurant you had all been going to ever since you could remember. The whole afternoon had been a bunch of shouting you hadn't been able to stop, but you could kind of tell that this has helped Lizzie be less angry. On the car ride home was quiet, with only the radio providing escape from the silence. Lizzie had been in better spirits now, but the closer you got to your neighborhood, the more she wiggled in her seat and frowned out the window. She knew what was coming when you all got back home. Clearly, she was dreading it. Soon enough, Mom was turning onto your street, and then reversing into the driveway. Once she cut the ignition, it was dead silent. Hot and spicy McChicken. Mama said we ain't stopping because we got food in the kitchen. Okay. No one spoke, only unbuckled their seatbelts and opened their doors. Lizzie was the last one out. Once everybody was inside and done taking off their shoes, she propped her hands on her hips.
So,
now then, Mr. Colvin's car is in his driveway. I would hope so, seeing as it's so late. So he should be back from work. That's good news, isn't it, Elizabeth? You and Cove can hash things out before the day is done. God damn. Lizzie didn't complain or put up a fight. Her head ducked so she didn't have to meet anyone's eyes. She nodded once. Like, you really can't complain because you didn't really get punished. You still went to go play golf. You got to eat out. Like, it's not really, I feel like this isn't a punishment type thing. You just gotta admit when you did something wrong and that's it. Good. Let's move this to the kitchen. Yeah, we went to the house phone, blah, blah, blah. You watched from the back. This was only happening because you told on Lizzie. I don't give a fuck. It was her fault for doing it in the first place. You hadn't done anything wrong by telling the truth. It wasn't like Lizzie was going to say it on her own. I love when the game gives you moments to like clarify your personality. I mean, this only happened because you told on your sister, me, and I'll do it again because she was dead wrong and she knew she was wrong. What a boring ass game. What you mean? The four of you stood around the kitchen in a lopsided square. All eyes were on Lizzie, who kept her gaze on her feet. You remember the number for Cove's home, don't you, honey? Wait, mixed up voices. You remember the number for Cove's home, don't you, honey? Nah, that's not it either, but fuck it. Lizzie jerked her head in a nod, settling. Without further prompting, she stepped forward and began to dial. Mom reached over and pressed a button on the base. Suddenly, you could hear her phone ringing. She turned on the speaker. The phone rang a couple of times and stopped. Mr. Holden's warm voice came through on the other end. Evening, Holden residence. Lizzie looked over at Mommy and sure. She nodded encouragingly. Whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm tired. Hi, Mr. Holden. It's, Lizzie. Can I talk to Cove?
Absolutely.
Lizzie Chew? What a surprise. But of course you can say hey to the boy. He sounded cheery as usual, though definitely meant it when he said it was a surprise. You thought hard. You were sure your sister had never called Cove's house before? Of course she didn't. She don't care for Cove. Mom spoke up before Mr. Holden or Lizzie could say anything more. Her arms crossed over her chest, her lips pursed. Hi, Cliff. Oh, wait, no. Hi, Cliff. Nolani, Kaneko, and I are here too. Good evening. We're sorry to bother you so late. Hey, Mr. Holden. I love his face change, by the way. He looks like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? What kind of ambush am I going through right now? The gang's all here, huh? Is something the matter? He's so concerned. His voice grew a bit concerned. Mommy was quick to reassure him. No, well, yes, but it's gonna be okay. Lizzie and Cove got into a bit of a fight today. We were hoping the two of them could talk and make it up. Is this a good time for you and Cove?
What?
A fight? He didn't tell me anything about that when I came home. It does explain the funk he's been in tonight. But he always have a little ass attitude, so I thought he just was doing another one of those. He chuckled lightly. Despite that, it didn't seem like he really thought it was funny. Anyway, it's good. You didn't catch us at a bad time. I'll go grab him for you. There was some shuffling on the other end. He must have not gone far because you can still hear him calling out. Cove, there's someone on the phone for you. After a beat of silence, there was some more muffling talking from Cove's dad. Come on, bud. Lizzie just called so she could talk to you.
Are you sure?
Connect was on the other end listening too. Do you want to say hi? It took a bit of back and forth, though the conversation seemed pretty one-sided since you couldn't hear Cove properly. Eventually, Cove took the phone from his dad. I don't want to talk to this bitch. God, I don't want to.
Hi.
Answers the phone with complete another attitude. You opened your mouth, only for Mommy to catch your eye and shake her head. You frowned but didn't say anything. Hey, it's Lizzie. Yeah, I know. Dad told me. He's so pissed off. Cove's tone was defensive. Lizzie turned to Mom, scowling. One stern look from her, though, and Lizzie turned away. She's like, do I really have to say something to this bitch? If you don't fucking apologize right now, I swear to God. Fine, shit.
Sorry.
I just called to say I'm sorry for not playing nice with you today. I won't do it again. Oh my God. You could tell she felt uncomfortable apologizing to Cove in front of everyone. She was still being genuine about feeling bad. Cove must have realized that too, because he sighed quietly. Me and Koneko should get gold too. That's right. Lizzie had kept denying you what you two deserved. Lizzie was momentarily stunned by the demand. She probably forgot that even happened already. Alright, we all win the gold. Okay, I guess I'm sorry too. Even though I didn't do shit. Okay, the Cove did argue a little bit back and forth. But I feel like he was valid in doing so. A sense of relief washed over everyone in this acceptance of the apology. Mom uncrossed her arms while Mommy's shoulders relaxed. Lizzie's eyebrows raised up. You wonder if she thought he'd refuse her apology. Dad, can I get off the phone now? Yeah, you can go back to your room if you want. Be sure to say goodbye first, though. Bye, Lizzie. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Koneko. You perked up at the mention of your name because you're an attention whore. He smiled even though he couldn't see it. Yay. Yay. Bye, Cove. With that said, Cole must have handed the phone to his dad and left, since Mr. Holden spoke up.
That's a relief.
All's well that ends well, as they say. Thanks for arranging this. I'm sure he appreciates it. Yeah, maybe be a more proactive parent and pry a little bit when you notice your kid is walking around with an attitude. As Mom replied, Lizzie tugged on Mommy's hand to catch her attention. Can I go now too?
Good job.
Sure, sweetie. Thank you very much for apologizing to Cove. Given permission to leave, Lizzie scurried off towards the stairs. She seemed to be feeling much better with the incident behind her. Mom and Mommy returned to the phone, taking out speaker. They continued talking to Mr. Holden. You couldn't tell what about. You were glad that was the end of it all. Lizzie and Cove might not get along, and probably still won't, but they weren't mad at each other anymore. Mom and Mommy weren't accepting either. Everything was finally back to normal. With that, you retreated to your own room with a spring in your step. Ha! Snitching works out. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you want more content like this, I have a TikTok and I have a Twitch where I will be streaming. I also have a bunch of little silly dumb stuff up on my TikTok that you can watch there too. So please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay frosty. Actually, let me say it as an adult. Here we are. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay frosty.